In the vast expanse of human experience, we encounter myriad challenges, both external and internal, that test the limits of our resolve and character. Among these challenges, few are as pervasive and insidious as the experience of disrespect, a perceived affront to our dignity and worth. Yet, as staunch believers in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, we understand that true strength lies not in the avoidance of disrespect, but in our response to it. In this journey towards self-mastery, we uncover 10 Stoic lessons to navigate the treacherous waters of disrespect with grace, resilience, and unwavering fortitude. Lesson 1. Cultivate inner serenity. At the heart of Stoicism lies the recognition that external events are beyond our control, but our response to those events lies within our power. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously wrote, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." In the face of disrespect, we must cultivate inner serenity by recognizing that the actions of others are a reflection of their own perceptions and beliefs, not a reflection of our worth or value. This cultivation of inner calm requires diligent practice and self-awareness. Through techniques such as mindfulness meditation and cognitive reframing, we can train our minds to respond to disrespect with equanimity rather than reactivity. Lesson 2. Practice emotional detachment. In moments of disrespect, our natural inclination may be to react with anger, frustration, or indignation. However, true Stoics understand the importance of emotional detachment, the ability to observe our emotions without being consumed by them. Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By maintaining emotional equanimity, we can respond to disrespect with clarity and composure, rather than being driven by impulse or ego. Emotional detachment does not mean suppressing or denying our feelings, but rather acknowledging them without allowing them to dictate our behavior. Through practices such as mindfulness and cognitive behavioral therapy, we can learn to observe our emotional responses with curiosity and compassion, allowing us to choose our actions thoughtfully rather than reactively. Lesson 3. Respond with compassion. In the face of disrespect, our instinctive response may be to retaliate or seek revenge. However, Stoicism teaches us to respond with compassion and understanding, even towards those who seek to undermine or belittle us. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "We are born to help one another. Whatever trouble he may have, a man must share it." By responding to disrespect with empathy and kindness, we rise above petty grievances and cultivate deeper connections with those around us. This practice of compassionate response requires a shift in perspective, recognizing that the person who disrespects us is likely acting out of their own pain or ignorance. By approaching them with empathy rather than defensiveness, we not only disarm their hostility, but also foster a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Lesson 4. Practice self-reflection. In moments of disrespect, it is easy to become consumed by feelings of resentment or indignation. However, Stoicism encourages us to use these moments as opportunities for self-reflection and growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By examining our own thoughts and reactions to disrespect, we can gain insight into our own vulnerabilities and areas for personal development. This practice of self-reflection requires humility and courage, as it involves confronting our own shortcomings and biases. Through techniques such as journaling and introspection, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our responses to the world around us. By identifying patterns of thought and behavior that contribute to our suffering, we can begin to transform them, leading to greater resilience and inner peace. Lesson 5. Focus on what you can control. Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on those things that are within our control, rather than wasting time and effort on those that are not. Epictetus wrote, "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. In the face of disrespect, we must focus on our own actions and attitudes, rather than dwelling on the behavior of others. This practice of focusing on the controllable requires discipline and mindfulness, as it requires us to let go of our attachment to outcomes beyond our influence. By directing our efforts towards self-improvement and moral virtue, we can cultivate a sense of agency and empowerment even in the face of adversity. Lesson 6. Embrace adversity as a teacher. In the Stoic tradition, adversity is not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Seneca wrote, "Fire is the test of gold, adversity of strong men." In the face of disrespect, we must embrace the challenge as an opportunity to strengthen our resolve and character, rather than allowing it to weaken or undermine us. This practice of embracing adversity requires resilience and perseverance, as it involves facing our fears and insecurities head-on. By reframing disrespect as a chance to learn and grow, we can transform it from a source of pain into a catalyst for personal development. Through practices such as gratitude and perspective-taking, we can cultivate resilience in the face of adversity, emerging stronger and wiser from the experience. Lesson 7. Practice gratitude. In moments of disrespect, it can be easy to dwell on the negative and overlook the blessings that surround us. However, Stoicism teaches you to cultivate an attitude of gratitude even in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." By focusing on the abundance in our lives, rather than the perceived slights or injustices, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. This practice of gratitude requires mindfulness and perspective, as it involves consciously shifting our attention from what is lacking to what is present. By acknowledging the gifts and opportunities that we have been given, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and fulfillment, even in the midst of adversity. Lesson 8. Seek inner strength. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in physical prowess or external validation, but in the cultivation of inner virtue and resilience. Epictetus wrote, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." In the face of disrespect, we must draw upon our inner reserves of courage and fortitude, knowing that true strength comes from within. This practice of seeking inner strength requires self-awareness and self-compassion, as it involves acknowledging our own vulnerabilities and limitations. By nurturing our inner resources, such as courage, resilience, and integrity, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength that enables us to withstand the storms of life with grace and dignity. Lesson 9. Practice mindfulness. In moments of disrespect, our minds may become consumed by thoughts of anger, resentment, or self-doubt. However, Stoicism teaches us to practice mindfulness, to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment or attachment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By cultivating awareness of our own mental processes, we can respond to disrespect with clarity and composure, rather than being driven by impulse or ego. This practice of mindfulness requires discipline and patience, as it involves training our minds to remain present and attentive in the face of adversity. Through techniques such as meditation and deep breathing, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and stability that transcends the fleeting ups and downs of external circumstances. Lesson 10. Find meaning in adversity. In the Stoic tradition, adversity is not something to be endured passively, but embraced as an opportunity to find meaning and purpose in our lives. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." In the face of disrespect, we must seek out the lessons and insights that lie hidden within the challenge, knowing that each trial is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. This practice of finding meaning in adversity requires resilience and perspective, as it involves reframing our experiences in a way that empowers rather than diminishes us. By approaching disrespect as a teacher rather than a tormentor, we can extract wisdom and strength from even the most difficult of circumstances, emerging from the ordeal with newfound clarity and purpose. In conclusion, to be a true Stoic is to navigate the challenges of disrespect with grace, resilience, and unwavering fortitude. By embracing the timeless lessons of Stoicism, cultivating inner serenity, practicing emotional detachment, responding with compassion, practicing self-reflection, focusing on what we can control, embracing adversity as a teacher, practicing gratitude, seeking inner strength, practicing mindfulness, and finding meaning in adversity, we can rise above the slights and indignities of life and cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends the fleeting opinions and judgments of others. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to return for further insights into the profound teachings of Stoicism.